So at some point, we've all helped our family go grocery shopping. And, the drill is usually the same. Got some grocery lists, we go shopping for items, we throw them into our grocery cart, we go to the checkout counter and pay for it, it all gets bagged up. We bring all those bags home and usually put them out on the counter, and then we start putting those groceries away. There's usually a process to it. First of which is, of course, we can't really put anything away until we take them out of the bags. So our process of taking things out of the grocery bag usually gets us started. Now you'll notice here, there is one slightly odd thing about our groceries here. In this first bag, we had X brand deodorant, Y brand cat food, and Z brand people food. And in the second bag were the exact same items. X brand deodorant, Y brand cat food, Z brand people food. And same thing in the third bag. So in this particular instance, all the bags were identical. Not just the look of the outside, but actually what was contained inside. Now, we've got everything out of the grocery bags, but then, would we go and put the X brand deodorant in the refrigerator with the Z brand people food? No. Would you, go put your Z brand people food next to the cat bowl with the Y brand cat food? No. What we usually do is we next start grouping things together. The people food, in this case, belongs over in the refrigerator. The deodorant, we're going to go put that upstairs in the medicine cabinet. And then the Y brand cat food, we'll go leave that over by the cat's food and water bowl. And so what we've done is the second part of what we typically do with groceries. If we just sorted out the items and put them in their proper places. So in the end, we can see that we've got 3 X brand deodorant sitting up in the bathroom, 3 Y brand cat food sitting up next to wherever the cat has its bowl, and then 6 Z brand people food, which is in the fridge. And so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to connect this process of sorting out the groceries and putting them away to the distributive property. So let's take a look. Here's our 3 bags again. I've put all the groceries back in, and we've got our bags. And what I could do is if I wanted to start translating this into an equation, is think of it this way. One bag with all those items plus an exact identical bag with all the same items plus a third bag. Now, what I could do to save myself a little bit of drawing is instead of drawing all this out, I could think about it like this. 3 of these bags, where this coefficient number 3 is just saying how many bags we have, and the bag itself is just representative of all 3. Now, let's take this a step further. Let's take that and think about what's in the bag. The bag is nothing more than a container that's holding all these items. Well, when it comes to mathematics, instead of a bag, what we use to show that container is parentheses. So this is the same thing as our picture, except we've written it out mathematically. The coefficient of 3 in the front is just telling me how many of this grocery bag I have. And inside that grocery bag is, again, X brand deodorant, Y brand cat food, and 2 Z brand people food. But there's 3 of them. So imagine 3 bags, just like we had in the beginning, all filled with this, except the parentheses represent our bag. Now, if I were to do like we just did in the first slide, and we were to take things out of the bag, here's what we'd end up with. 3 bags, each containing 1 X brand deodorant. So if I took everything out, I get 3 X brand deodorants. Same thing with the cat food. 1 Y brand cat food, each in 3 different bags. If I take them all out, I have 3 Y brand cat foods. And then the people food. In each bag there are 2, but there are 3 bags. Throw 3 bags with 2 each is 6 Z brand people food. And so this is the idea of the distributive property and how we're just connecting it to things like grocery bags. And if we go back to our original picture, we can see how that matches up. If I get rid of my bags, and I look at my equation that I ended up with, and I look at the original picture, I can see how everything matches up. 6 Z's, 3 X's, and 3 Y. Okay, so next time you do distributive property, think of it like this. Think of those parentheses as those grocery bags. think of those variables and numbers as items, and it's all about just one, first, taking things out of the grocery bags, taking things out of parentheses, and then two, carefully counting up all the items and grouping them together. And this is the process of the distributive property.